Hi, my name is Dr. Doug Samples, and I'm the chaplain here at SNU in our School of Professional and Graduate Studies. Back in the day when I was young, we sort of were taught, I was at least taught, that you had to choose between the Bible and science. It's like they were two opposing forces, and you had to choose one or the other. I'm learning that they are not in conflict with each other as much as we sometimes want to make them think. That many times it is science that gives experiential evidence of some of the stories that the Bible is trying to tell us. It's kind of like the works of God and the Word of God has sort of come from the same person. And so the science, natural revelation, science, divine revelation, the Bible, science gives hundreds of illustrations of how life is built around rhythms. Oh, by the way, sacred rhythms. Waking, sleeping, planting, harvesting, the beating and the resting of our heart, the inhale and the exhale of our lungs, the ebb and flow of the oceans, the rising and the setting of the suns, the Cleveland Browns before Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns after Baker Mayfield. Just saying. But in all of the work of life and the doing and the being, we've got to make room for both of those. We're all so busy, especially those of you who are a part of the SNU School of Professional Graduate Studies. I know you guys. I'm learning you guys, and you're busy all the time. You got all kinds of people that are fussing at you and wanting a piece of you. And yeah, we can't check out. I understand that. But in the midst of all of the busyness, we've got to find ways to have rhythm. Some being, and some doing, and some being. So one of my favorite authors, Henry Nouwen, in his book, Out of Solitude, reminds us, you, me, both, of our need for silence, solitude, and Sabbath. He says this, in solitude, and I will add only in solitude we can slowly unmask the illusion of our possessiveness and discover that at the very center of ourself, that we are not what we can conquer, but what is given to us. In solitude, we can listen to him who spoke to us before we had ever spoken a word, who healed us before we could ever make a gesture to help, who set us free long before we could do anything to free someone else, who loved us long before we could love any other person. It is in solitude that we discover that being is more important than doing, and that we are, thank God, worth more than all of our efforts. It is in solitude that we discover that our life is not a possession to be held, but a gift to be shared. And so during this season of Lent, especially, I hope that we can find moments of Sabbath and solitude and silence where we can be still and know that he is God. To remember our life is not a possession to be held, but a gift to be shared with our loved ones. And God has shared his gifts to you today. May his grace and peace be yours in abundance.